What's up, my cannonballs? We're back for a short, quick second. Just for a short, quick second. Look, I am up early this morning. It feels good to be alive. I wish I could be like that young lady that can sing that. I wish I could just blurt that out right now. But people are sleeping, so I can't be, disturbing the neighborhood. That's so. That is such. That's not good manners, and it's rude. And I don't want to be a rude person. But yeah, yeah. But you guys, I had seen something online about a couple. Even though when it blew up, I thought it was a couple of years ago, but I had did my research and it was actually this year. And I think a couple maybe maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, to be exact. And really, they were exposing each other. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna even lie. They should have kept a lot of that off the line. I don't think I'll be going to that extent to just try to expose someone STDs. Well, if they got STDs, I wouldn't do that. That's personal and private. Cause I wouldn't want nobody doing that to me. But that was just in my eyes that was just really really crazy. And then the herpes, that was brought up too as well. And it's like, oh my goodness, you guys are just saying everything. I know people will say, oh, how can you talk about them, but look at you and look what you did on YouTube. Well, you know what, it's a little different than that. But it's a little different because I wasn't, I don't have anything, you know and I wouldn't expose. I wasn't exposing anybody if they did have anything, which they don't. But for them to do it like that, I just think that was just a little a little crazy. I don't understand that. Man, but you know what? I did see the brother come out and say he thought that it was just another fight, and I'm not gonna even lie to you. I have had friends like those two individuals, and honestly, sometimes when you see people like that, they you would think like it's just another fight, but sometimes things can go haywire, and it can get a little serious. And I done seen couples go at it hard, man and woman. They are going hard. And did I get in the mix of it? Hell no, I didn't want to be in the mix of it because honestly, I don't like too much of drama in my real life. I can watch it online, but I don't like it when it's around me, or really when I'm in it. I don't like it. So that really wasn't a shocker for me when I heard that brother say that. He was like, he thought it was another just another argument. That really wasn't a shocker because a lot of people around here, in the hood, and sometimes not in the hood, and maybe suburban or whatever, they go through those things. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of it is covered up. You know, you know, a lot of folks, they be hiding they shit. Sometimes people, sometimes you can come in, you can be more out with your shit, but sometimes people be hiding their shit, and they be going through the same thing behind those four walls, behind closed doors. You'll see that. You either hear about it, or you will see it. I done seen it. I've been seeing that happen for years when it comes to couples. So whatever happened with these two individuals, it wasn't a shocker. It wasn't a shocker at all because people really do live like that, and it's going on right now as we speak. It is. It's the truth. It's the truth. That's why I'm not shocked. And people are still on the low. You know, I'm not on here telling my business like that, but just know, I have had some encounters in the past with individuals that has had a spouse, at that time, and it was a little bit uncomfortable. When I was in my 20s, so I was a little bit, uneasy about that because it's like, okay, you got a girl, but at the same time, you want to talk to me. It's like, oh no, we can't, we can't really, we can't be together. And I'm glad I got the hell up and out of that situation because it's like, no, that's dangerous. It's really dangerous, really, really dangerous. And the funny part about it is, I wasn't looking forward to try to have anything with that person because I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable, very, very uncomfortable. But we live and we learn. And that wasn't, I have had some experiences, so I can't go too far too into depth about it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just honest about mine. But yeah. That was a very, very unfortunate situation, but you know that stuff goes on every day, every day. That toxic ass, that toxic shit, that shit goes on every day around this motherfucker. I see it all the time. I'm not shocked when it comes to anybody's situation, you know, when they are, really when they are on the type of time, because you just never know what can come out, you know. You got people out here that can be some of the hardest of the hardest, but at the same time, they're around here doing some strange ass ish, if you know what I mean. I done seen it happen for myself. I ain't lying. I done seen it happen. I would just say, don't put a pass in no one. You can't put a pass no one out here nowadays. You gotta be mindful, because they will definitely switch up on you. They will switch up on you, switch up on you, what? And they would definitely go the other route. And by that I mean to the same sex. That's what I'm pertaining to. It's the truth. It's the truth. It is. But I do feel like when alcohol is involved, shit can kind of get a little bit wild. And from that video, from what I saw, that was a long ass video. But from what I saw, had they not, well, I would say have they. I don't know if they was drinking. They probably was drinking, because I did see the guy. He did hit a little pint of some Hennessy, a little like, or some Crown. It looked like they had a little, they was a little intoxicated. So therefore, things got a little big buck wild, crazy. And when she decided to expose, you know, who was that other person, that person I guess that he knows, that really triggered him. And I'm surprised that he didn't try to stop her from saying anything. Usually when you don't want to be exposed, you would try to, get off topic and try to, talk. You're trying to bring something else up instead of and try to get whatever is out on the table in that time. You try to diffuse that, but she didn't have no sense. She should have just kind of never even brought. She should have never even brought that up, because that's a trigger, and she triggered him to the point where he just knocked the phone out of her hand, and he must have beat her, and then shot her. You know, that's what I'm getting from the video. He must have beat her and then shot her. You know, and that's sad. My thing is, I wouldn't. If you thought that you was gonna be exposed and people was gonna be thinking this and thinking that, the hell with them. I mean, it is what it is. You already done said you have herpes, so for you to take yourself out of here, I wouldn't even did that. Shit, hell, if you gonna be that, be that. Just don't, just be mindful, and just tell people what you got. Before you get ready, before you get sexually involved with them. But some nowadays people be scared to even tell them, tell people what they got. Just say what you got. Say what you have. Don't be no scary cat. Say it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I was in my 20s, I love it. I used to love it when someone can tell me, you know, what it is up front. So therefore, that gives me a heads up on how I'm going to play this card, and how far I'm willing to go with you, by you exposing, by you, really telling me whatever you may, have or whatever. Yeah, and I'm glad people was around me honest like that, because hey man, they ain't with me right now to this day. Okay, I had to move on down the road. Mm-mm. Yes, indeedy. Look, if I'm healthy, I don't want to be unhealthy. And I'm not trying to laugh about that, but it's the truth. Cause shit, why try to hurt me because you got something? And there's people out here that's like that. They would try to hurt you, and it's not. And this is not a diss to anybody that may have anything. I'm just being transparent. But I don't wish to get anything at all. At all. I don't want nothing. I want to stay clear, near, and far away from that type of stuff. That's why if I'm ever going to be sexually active again, you know, it's going to be protection all the way. Protection. I don't want to risk anything. I don't want to risk stinging in certain places or seeing blood. I don't want to. I don't want to risk that. Mm-mm. I'm fine. Look, when I go to the bathroom, I love to release without pain. Okay, I ain't trying to be in no clinic. I don't want to go to no damn clinic. Mm-mm. That's why I ain't out here in the streets. You know, it's so easy to get in the streets and get in some shit. It really is. It is so easy to get out here in some shit, baby. It is so many desperate folks out here that haven't had no fun, that's looking for someone to have some fun with. That would, baby. I'm not going back, baby. Mm-mm. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to partake into that. That ain't, picking up all those spirits upon you. Mm-mm. I'm fine where I'm at. I'll be at the house. I'm cool. I'll take care of myself. I don't need nobody else to take care of me. In that, really for that need. Because and really, in actuality, horniness, or I would say being horny. I was trying to say horniness, but I don't know if that's the word or not. But being horny is just a feeling. You can, you may feel that feeling. We all walk around here sometimes being a little horny. But at the same time, you can brush that off. Shit, I rather brush that horny feeling off than trying to go out here and try to find someone. To fulfill that need. Like, no sir, I'm good on that. Yes, indeed, I'm good on that. Mm-mm. I don't seen too many stories, and I've seen too many strangers with certain things, and I'm scared. I'm scared to even go out there now, because you just don't know what you're gonna be facing out here. It's just everybody's not like you. Everybody's not like you, and you got to be very very careful who you meet. I didn't experience that. I lived that. I lived it, and I ain't really too much trying to even entertain that anymore. Because I met some interesting people. You know, some interesting people, and I'm glad that things didn't work out. I'm glad because it was a little bit it looked right. You know, Motherfuckers want to hit you with cars and try to control you, and it was a mess. That's why I'm so glad I'm not that same person that I used to be. I'm not that same person that I used to be, baby. I'ma lift you up, make you down. You love me. Don't wanna build you up. Oh, hold on, you guys. Somebody. All right, I'm back. I'm back in the motherfucking house, baby. But we, you know what? Oh yeah. I want to say this to Brian. Um, I don't appreciate you calling me a crackhead. I never did crack a day in my life, you know what? I don't know why are you still upset about something, but I seen you came in my chat the other day, and I thought everything was all right, but it seemed like you still have a little issue with me. I don't understand it, but I don't have an issue with you at all, and honestly, I'm not fighting with you. I'm not. We done said it. We done said our things, and honestly, I told you like the last time when you interviewed me, you don't have to apologize, because I know what you're gonna turn around. You're gonna turn around and do it all over again. So there's no need for no apologies. But I just don't understand where is this madness. This madness is where is it coming from when it comes to me, you know, because I haven't really did too much to you. I mean, we had our thing, and that's what it was. What it was, and I thought we was moving past that. But hey, if you feel like how you feel still, nigga, hey, that's on you. That ain't on me. Hey, I ain't over here mad. I'm not upset. I'm not. I'm not. Look, I try. I'm not gonna even sugarcoat it. I'm not upset, nigga. I'm not upset. So whatever it is, let me know what it is, nigga. Let me know what it is, and shit, we can move past it. Or you wanna talk about it? I can't. Like, I can come over to your channel. We can have a conversation, about it. But other than that, I feel like we're good. Honestly, I think we're good. I think we're good because me over here. I'm not commenting about you and Ro and stuff like that. I feel like that's not really my business. I don't really care about that. I feel like you guys. I'm gonna give you a little advice. I think you guys just need to be associates. Y'all don't have to be really friends, but y'all want to be associates. Y'all can be associates. Y'all don't have to necessarily talk all the time. I think y'all just need a break. You know, But if there was some type of thing there, it's not gonna, I don't think anything is gonna come from it. So hey, just move on. I mean, well, I think I think both of you guys have already moved on, but I think you still may be wanting, just to have some type of connection or talk with him. But go out there and just see if what you can find, and when you find it, I hope you be happy with it. Everybody love a little thickums now. You thick, so look, I'm thick too. Look, we both thickums together. We rubbing our thighs together. We can look just two. Look, just the two of us, baby. We can look. We can bring some. Look, you and I, we can bring some. Look, we can bring something home. I ain't lying to you. Look, go to the club. We can go to the club. Yes, niggas. I love. Look, I would love to go back out there to Houston. Yes, indeedy. But I ain't trying to bring nothing home though. I'm just happy that I'm just hypothetically speaking. That's it. But yeah, shit, go out there and search and find something. You out there in Texas. You're not in Arkansas. Who wants to come into Arkansas? No one does. No, it's nothing here. But it's a lot of opportunities in Texas. So shit, get out there and click them heels together, boy, and get out there and get on that dance floor and shake that ass, and find you a good old Jack and Jim, and Tom or Daquan, or Romeo or Phil, or Jane or Sasha or Tasha or Quisha, Isha. You have options, my nigga. You got options, nigga. You got options. I know you do. I got options too. But you know what? At the same time, I don't need them options at all. At all. I don't. I'm happy being single right now and just doing my thing, baby. I don't need them problems. But you know what? For you, Brian, I want you to go out there and get it good. Go out there and test the waters. Get your little heel look. Get your heels wet. Get your heels wet, baby. Get off in that mud. Get a little nasty with it, okay? I'm just saying, have some fun. That's it. hmm Yes, indeed. Look, life is too short. Life is too short. Look, forget working out. You better work somebody else out. Work they back out. That's what you need to be working out. Look, that's how you lose the calories right there. Working your back on somebody else's back. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You gotta look. Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta work your back out. Shit, bust them legs. Look, if you want to get on your back, hey, do what you gotta do. Hey, spread them legs. Spread them legs. Look, spread them thick old wide legs out for somebody that want to do something strange between them thighs. I'm just saying. It's the truth. Go on ahead and spread them. I don't blame you. Go. I look. If anybody, this doesn't go just for him, but this is for anybody else. It is. It is. It is. Do what you gotta do. Have some fun. Yes, indeed. Go on and break it on down, baby. Have some fun. hmm Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, baby. Oh my goodness, I know you guys are like, oh my goodness, Castro, why are you talking like that? I don't mind talking like this, nigga. I'm grown. Shit, we grown. I'm having fun right now. Look, I'm off. I'm having my vacation. Like I'm enjoying my vacation. So therefore, shit, I done did some work. So therefore, I'm relaxing right now, and I'm enjoying it. And hopefully, you guys are enjoying this commentary that I'm giving you guys. You can please thumbs up the video instead of taking your likes back. But it's all right. You guys still gonna watch. Still gonna watch. People are really watching for me to be talking about something that they want to hear. But I ain't talking about that. I don't need to talk about that. I'm done with that. So we're not talking about that. Hell no. I'm tired. Ain't you tired? We tired. We tired. I'm tired. Shout out to QB. Shout out to QB. We're tired. You ain't tired yet. You ain't tired yet. Look, I'm tired. I'm talking about that. But like I said earlier though, when he came to another nigga, we getting off of Brian. Brian gonna be all right. Brian gonna go out there and make his money and shit. He'll bring something home, and he may get rid of them. Maybe, or he may go to them, or they may come to him. It is what it is, Brian. Brian, I ain't dissing you. I ain't. It's this is look. I'm talking with you. I'm talking with you. You know, with love, with love. I'm talking with you with love. That's all. With love. I don't mind talking with you like about this, because I know how it is. Trust and believe. Yeah. My body done changed too, Brian. My body done changed a whole lot. I don't look like how I used to look, and I wish I can go back to that same look. But you know, it's gonna take some time to eating right, and I'm not eating right now. I'm eating really really bad, but you know what's all right. You know, I don't mind the pounds. People think I'm fat, but I am not fat. I just have look. I just got a round face, and I just got a little. I got a little fuller. I don't feel it out in certain areas, but at the same time, baby, my body's still looking. I'm still in shape. I'm still in shape. I ain't taking no pills. I don't have to look. I don't take vitamins. I don't take none of this stuff at all, baby. All I do, I get up and move, get my big back up and move. That's all I gotta do is move. And I love moving. Shit, I love walking. Shit, walking has really, really, have made a big difference in my life. I'm healthy. I'm very healthy. Yes, indeed, baby. I can eat some. I can eat kind of bad, and then at the same time, I can easily lose the weight. Yes, indeed. It don't take too much for me. I'm a shorty, so therefore, it's easy for me to get it off of me. But I think sometimes when I think about if I was tall, sometimes I think about that. If I was tall, like how how hard would it be for me to get that weight off of me if I was a little taller and I was filled out, like I am right now. I be thinking about shit like that. Like, damn, it's gonna take a little minute. That's why I understand where Brian's coming from on that though. On that though, because I mean, shit. The older you are, and when you get, a little bit more bigger than what you intended on getting bigger, intended on getting, like that, it seems like it's gonna take a little minute for that weight to kind of get off of you. I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm scared of that. I am. I am. I'm very scared of that. Cause I want to always stay in my normal shape. But no, nowadays I don't give a fuck. I be taking my shirt off. I got a belly right now, and I don't have titties, but I got a nice chest though, baby. I got a nice chest, baby, and people, I be noticing people be looking at my chest too. I have been noticing that too. I look at look. I pay attention to everything. I catch everything. Sometimes they have to catch themselves from looking at my chest. Like if I ain't got no shirt on, I can tell they be looking at my chest. I've noticed it all. I do. hmm They're not fooling me. I see it. hmm Just like I see how people be. Look, I done seen people out of the corner of my eye. I can be in a store, right, and their asses are staring at me. Look, they looking at me. And I'm like, okay, nigga. I'm like, okay, I see you looking at me, but at the same time, baby, can I get my face back? I don't want you. You're bad built. That's what I be saying in my head. You're bad built. I don't want you. Mm. Is that wrong to say? Is that wrong to say? Is that wrong to say? I'm just saying. I be so fucking tired of these niggas. Oh my goodness. Especially the wrong niggas. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey. I just be like that sometimes. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. But you know what? The one thing I don't have to do, the one thing that I don't have to do, you guys, is get on hotlines and be calling people. Oh my goodness, who want to go through all that? Do you know the amount of time that you got to be bored and you on a hotline trying to find some dick? Like we know, it's somebody in our sector that we know of that does that, and then they get online displaying their whorish ways. Their Jezebel ways. Wow. I'm just saying, wow. You don't care how big of a hole you want to be put out there, but you want to show the whole world. Wow. You showing us how you really do it when you're not online, when your ass not online. You out there hoeing, trying to get something for it. That's what's going on. I see it. I see it. All on pages and shit, back pages and shit, with the same old ass 10-year photos. Oh nigga, use your look nigga, update them photos. Nigga, use a recent one. Use a recent one, nigga. You ain't that skinny no more. Nigga, you done got big. You got plain and big. I'm talking about you, bitch. I'm talking about you. I know you're watching. Cause you had a lot to say about what I was going through, bitch. So therefore, I'm talking about your ass today. I am talking about your big old, look, bitch. You look bloated and swole too, like my ass, bitch. You swole. Slow down. Look, slow down that pasta. All that fast foods. How about you go and how about you cook from home? You know, cook from home, baby. Cook at home. I mean, cook at home. I'm saying, oh my goodness, fuck it up. Cook at home, nigga. Cook at home. Shit. You acting as if, oh my goodness, like you gotta eat out. We're eating shrimp and crab legs, nigga. Please, anybody can eat that shit, nigga. That shit is it's not even enough meat. Ugh, get out of here with your I'm so this and I'm so that ass. Nigga, we ain't seen nothing new but that teal. That same old dry looking ass teal. Bitch, please. And how about that raggedy ass shack you call a house? Look like a chicken coop, if you ask me. I'm just saying. It's the truth. Ugh. But he's such a boss. A boss where you getting bossed around. Look, somebody's over your ass, nigga. Look, you ain't no CEO. You ain't got no motherfucking no Fortune 500 company around this motherfucker. Bitch, you working for somebody. Okay, you under somebody. You working for somebody. You're not able to kick your feet up on a desk and have employees working for you. Bitch, you are the employee, bitch. Yes, indeed, you are. Mm, you sure is. You sure is. Bossing it up, bossing it well. We ain't seen nothing new yet. With the same old shit and different niggas. Cause you a hoe. Out there on the stroll. Trying to find love off of hoe apps. Who's trying to find love off of hoe apps? Wishful thinking. Here, if you was trying to find love off of whole apps, what makes you think somebody's gonna stay with you? You're a fool. You're fooling yourself. You are deceiving yourself. You better know it. You are deceiving your motherfucking self, and then you wonder why you end up in certain situations because you was thinking about love with these hoes. Shit. A nigga, look, the majority of the time, these people look, a lot of these people out here are just trying to get an NUT. They ain't trying to be locked down to you, especially if you ain't got your shit together. But see, when it comes to a nigga that we all know of, he loves to, put his life out there. So therefore, we're gonna talk about it. Talk about it. Since you want to put it all out there, to the world, baby, they looking at you and they see you, they see right through your bullshit. That's why you're not happy right now. That's why you resort back to the same old platform where you came from. Where you came from, bitch. We know where you came from. We all done seen you over the years, and ain't too much changed. Well, no, you know what? I take that back. It has changed. Because you ain't the same person anymore. Yeah, you changed. You changed. You did. You changed. And you're not getting back. You're not, you would never be that person that you once used to be. Telling stories and doing skits anymore. Sorry to tell you, baby, you just a plumb out drunk. And a nigga that's probably doing a little bit, off camera before he get online to press record to put on a good old show so we can talk about it. And then you want to come back and give your rebuttals and say people are beneath you, but at the same time, you are engaging with people that you say that are beneath you. So what does that make you? What does that make you? I'm just saying, look at yourself before you try to judge somebody else. Mr. Nurse, Mr. Six Figures. I'm just saying. And I'm talking about you. I know you ain't unsubscribed. And I want you to hear this. Over there playing pornography. Yeah, I don't forget shit. Playing pornography, steady bringing up your past mother, well, your mother that passed. You don't never talk about your father, which is strange to me. But you're talking about this and talking about that and the family. You have really just tarnished your whole image. You really have. I thought my shit was fucked up, baby. Your image is all the way fucked up, and people don't even like you, especially those younger niggas that's under us. Yes, those 20-year-olds. Yes, they already know about. They already know about you. And look, anytime your name came up, bitch, they look eye rolled. It was some eye rolling. It was some eye rolling up in that motherfucker in them videos I seen when your name came up, baby. They didn't like you. They didn't like you at all, and I don't blame them. at all. And it's something how a younger generation already know how you are, and they don't even fuck with it. Just like the world ain't fucking with your ass, bitch. They laughing at you. They ain't laughing with you, nigga. I'm sorry that I have to tell you this because it may hurt your feelings, and you may get off. You may spaz out and crash out tonight. When you get off of work. Well, you know what? No, better yet, you should be getting off right about around this time because you did go in this. You did go in last night, so you should be getting off around this. Around this time, around six or seven, 6 or 7. I know your hours, nigga. I know how it is in the nursing field. Okay, I know how it goes, baby. I know how it goes. Trying to pull a shift for the night, for the quick old night. You ain't working that damn hard, nigga, please. The way I done seen you do your patients, you should be fired. Somebody, it should be it should be somebody, grandma, uncle, auntie, off in your ass. The way that you are. But you know what? You are so fake with them patients. You be so fake and, oh, oh my goodness, just so fit. I'm gonna just get off of that. You guys, it's been real. It's time for me to. Oh, there you go, bitch. How you doing, bitch? How you go, bitch? Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. I knew a bitch was in the atmosphere, but I didn't know he was that close right there. Yes, I'm talking about you, bitch. Look. I spoke up the dead. I spoke up the dead up in this hole. Yes, indeed. But you guys, it's been real. Look. I'm finna go back and sleep in my comfortable bed instead of a shack or a raggedy ass couch from the 90s. That whole living room is giving me 90s vibe. I don't see anything around there modern. Anything. That carpet, the carpet. Look, where's the hardwood floors at? Where's the hardwood motherfucking floors at? I don't see that. I'm seeing just kicking it. Damn, that was how many years ago? 30 something years ago. Baby, we are in 2000. Look, we are in 2025. Okay, catch up with the times. Quickly, fast, quick, fast, in a motherfucking hurry. And jealous about what, baby? Jealous about that? Hell no, bitch. I would go back to the projects. I would go back to the projects than to be living like what you living like right now. Okay, well, look, you got motherfuckers coming in and out, in and out, in and out. Damn, what the fuck is going on here? I'm just saying. And this about a bitch. I'm just saying. Somebody call the fire department because it's gonna be a fire up in this bitch. Oh my goodness, every corner's covered with bullshit. Nigga, please. Look, nigga, please. Okay, I gave you a little bit too much of my time, so I'm out of here. Ooh, you got me over. You looking trying to bring the dragon out, and that's too early for that. So I'm getting up on out of here. Bye, Dusty. Bye, Dusty. Little Dusty. Little Dusty. Oh yes, little Dusty. Oh, little Dusty. Oh my goodness. Little Dusty. Bye, little Dusty.